Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm your host, Brian, joined by my other host,
Karen.
and this is another episode looking at our concert posters. In particular, we're going to look at Chicago Open Air 2019.
Yep.
We've done one already for 2017. There was none for 2016, at least one we don't have and couldn't find. And we've also done our main podcast on each one of these years we've gone to.
Yep.
So this will be released roughly the same time. If you're listening to it later, find both those episodes if you're interested, wherever. And once again, this is a YouTube video, so like no podcast component.
Yeah, this is on YouTube, not on podcast.
So anywho, let's go ahead and start the timer, and then we can jump into our chat about this poster. And we will start now.
Cool.
First off, you don't like this.
I do not like this at all.
I love this poster.
Can I say why I don't like it?
Go ahead and do it.
And then it'll be really short. And
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
can say yours. I don't like the robot aspect. I don't understand how it goes with open air. And I don't understand. I just don't get it. Like, I get the Chicago skyline in the back, and that's probably the only part of it that I like is the Chicago skyline. Other than that, this is not a poster I look at ever.
And I think you were saying in the past, like, you think it's like a Tool related
Well,
aspect.
yeah, I always thought, like, I mean, granted, I don't know much about Tool or their albums or whatever, but to me, it just kind of goes with with the lasers and the colors of the Tool concert and stuff, or like the Tool performance and stuff. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, I mean, at this particular show too, and I'm not sure, it could be for sure, but at this particular concert, open air, they did have a Tool poster for sale as well.
Oh, okay.
And we opted not to get that because we wanted to get the open air specific festival poster.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad we did. Looking back, I may
it.
have gotten the Tool one as well, but
really?
I'm glad we got this one for sure.
I'm glad that we have it, and I wish that they had one for 2016, or like we could find one if they did have it. But
in terms of the composition of the poster itself, I do enjoy the robot. I get what you're saying. You don't understand how this fits into like the metal aspect, other than robots are often metal.
Made of metal.
Made of metal, right? Which goes into why I like the mat in the frame that we'll get into.
Yeah.
But other than that, I love the colors. I think it's really cool. The neon green, I'm a big fan of that with the black. The blue and the red. The blue I'm not the biggest fan of, but the red I like a lot. Like the red and the neon green and the black. The blue tints here and there, like in the eyes, not the biggest fan of, but I do like it. I do feel how it goes together. And getting into sort of the mat in the frame, I know when we went in to get this done, we were trying to figure out what mat we want to use.
Yeah.
And we're finding like neon greens, we're finding blues,
Yeah,
and
we're trying
reds.
to match a color that's in, because that's what we've done in the past, is like we try to match a color that's in the poster.
Yep. And this one's just a single mat, which maybe that's the gray we went with, because I honestly don't remember why we went with the gray, but I like the gray a lot because, once again, to me, robots are metal.
Yeah.
And this gray is sort of like a shiny metal that I would think of like this style of robot from like the 50s or 60s to look like, be made of this color of metal.
Yeah. I think I remember talking about how like they talked us out of doing a color in the poster because there's so much color going on, but we didn't want white or black.
Yes, also that.
So then it was like, okay, so how about we do like this off gray white color? I mean, it's pretty light gray, but yeah.
We did try like a neon green and like a blue and like I said a red also. The green I thought would look really good on this, but you're right. It was just way too much neon green at that point in time. And we tried the gray, and the gray looked really good, but I still wanted to do like a red because there's not as much red at that point. But then they pulled out, at Four-Sided, they pulled out this metal-looking frame.
Yeah.
That is sort of brushed and sort of has blemishes on it that are sort of red. Sorry, not red, black. And I really liked that because it tied into the red of it. And then once again, it gave it that metal look of like, oh, this looks like metal. I like this a lot. So once we got that, then I was like, okay, now I'm fine with the silver.
The gray matte.
The gray matte, the silver matte.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Is it more silver or gray?
It's definitely more silver.
Okay.
I think
the picture looks like it's gray, but
in the picture, yeah, I think even if you look at it in person, it maybe has like a little bit of a sparkle to it, a little hint to it.
That's cool.
But yeah, even like looking at this particular image here, where like 56 out of 300. Again, well, not again, but the year before, or the festival before, because it wasn't the year before,
Yeah, 2017.
2017, also only 300 posters.
Yeah.
Um,
And we had a low number on that one too.
Yep. But if you look, you see that like little red tint and blue tint on the side of the neon green. I don't know. I love those little aspects of it. I don't know what the whole like circles. I think it's like an aviation thing of like how far up and down you're going.
Oh, okay.
So, but I don't.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. I don't understand how it ties in to the concert.
There's definitely some parts that like I don't fully understand this. I see that and I'm like, oh, it's a thing a robot would care
Yeah.
about, I guess.
It would be kind of cool if somebody could comment on what their thoughts are or what they think.
And in the
And then-
chest, you have like the noise volume of like going up. Like the noise here is meh, the noise here is meh. Like I kind of like that, but the skyline in the chest is so cool.
Yeah.
I do.
That's probably the only thing I like about the whole poster is the skyline.
Do you know that's Chicago though? Looking at that, other than Hancock, what other discernible Chicago buildings are there?
I don't know.
I'm not
I
seeing
guess I
Sears
just
Tower,
assumed.
unless like this one over here, all the way to the right,
Can you zoom in?
is Sears Tower. Yeah, maybe that's supposed to be Sears Tower, but once again, why is Hancock? And there's maybe the Tribune building.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, maybe that's the Sears. I don't.
That's Sears Tower
So this is looking probably
From the
down
lake.
from
from the lake.
the north
Yeah.
to south.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess that's kind of cool because I mean, when I think of Chicago and buildings, Hancock's always one I think about, but
Yeah.
it's not the one you think about.
No, Sears Tower is the one that everybody wants to visit.
Which is probably this one actually all the way to the left.
Yeah.
So it's really weird that like Hancock is so like front and center in this.
Yeah. But it is in a lot of things. So,
Is it really?
yeah, like a lot of photos of Chicago is like that from the lake into Chicago.
I like the light bulby brainy aspect of it too. Like this little dome thing with like the coils for the brain are kind of cool.
Okay.
You still don't. You
I
didn't-
just still don't like it.
No, interesting.
Nice.
I mean, not interesting. I knew that going in. The like, I don't know, all the shading from like the green to the
It's good artistry.
aqua.
Yeah, like the artistry is really good, but it's just not one of my favorite posters that we
When
have.
you think of like metal concerts and metal posters, this
Yeah.
isn't what you get to and what you think about.
No, and a lot of the posters that we have, like there's a couple that aren't my favorites also, but like this one, I'm just like, nope.
Yeah, I like the year before. 2017 was the first one we bought. That kicked off the sort of bug of, all right, we want to get posters and get them framed. Always take them to four-sided now to get them done because the people there are amazing. The suggestions they give are awesome. What they gave here, like I said, the frame and the mat, that's, I think, what really draws us
Or
in.
666.
And the thing I like the most about this is how
Yeah.
those two
I like the
things-
frame, how the frame goes with it. I like that, but
the-
maybe I just
the
need to
art
revisit.
itself, you're not the biggest fan
Yeah.
of.
yeah. Well, the art is good. I don't understand how it ties into open air.
Fair. I'll give
So.
it to you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. This is our second episode on our poster review. There'll be more to come some point in the future.
Yeah, we have much better, cooler posters than this one.
I mean, I agree with you. This one isn't my favorite, but I do, once again, we
You just
already
like how
said
it
it.
comes together.
All of it coming together is great, but yes, there's other posters out there that we've had done that are awesome. Check out later for those. Who knows when they'll be up, but eventually we'll have more. Until then, see ya.
Bye.